I'm Jason Gibb, Operations Section Chief with the Central Oregon Type 3 team with the operational briefing for today. So right now we have a 5-division fire on the flat fire. I'll start with Division Alpha on this northeast corner. And really what we're looking at is probably coming back to the Lower Bridge Road and the Holmes Road. I'm thinking this afternoon is probably where we're going to fall back to this point as far as our objective. The south end of the fire, we were able to hold the Holmes Road last night and then have dozer line around the south end of the fire. Where it drops into White Shoes Creek, that's a critical point of holding for us. That's our number one priority today is keeping it, checking it up here in White Shoes to keep it from a southern progression anymore closer to the values at risk. So we've got a Type 1 hotshot crew working in here now along with some aerial assets to help control that. Once we get around that corner we pick back up into some dozer line, and that will push through and crosses over the Wilt Road. And then once it crosses the Wilt Road, we're picking up a mixture of old dozer line from some previous fires and some roads to pick up this west portion as we dive into Division Whiskey. Some of these roads that are farther out, like the Grandview Road, look like a great spot on the map, but unfortunately they're really brushed in and we don't have the time, and what the fire behavior is, that's not a holding feature. So our objective right now is going direct in here. If that doesn't work, then it'll be an option on the west side of the Grandview Loop Road. Moving around to the heel of the fire, all this is kind of held up in Division Kilo. We were able to get dozer line around most of this yesterday. Last night we did have some spots that were out east here near the Deschutes River. We were able to pick that up. Where it dives deeper into the Deschutes River, down here into Carcass Canyon, we had a hotshot crew in there yesterday. We pulled them out when it got dark and that line was lost. We got them back in early this morning with some aviation assets, and we're feeling we have a good chance of picking this piece up down into the Deschutes River, and that would be our second priority. The concern is if it did loop around there and get into the Deschutes, it's just a really gnarly place to fight fire. The access is challenging and that river is steep. Protection of Crooked River Ranch, we're also pushing some dozer line across here around this community in case something did come through the bottom. So we're working both sides of that canyon, but again, we're really trying to grab it into the Deschutes and keep it from crossing that piece. So that's the operation for today. The winds are predicted again out of the northeast and pushing south. So we had 2 really dynamic days the last 2 days, but last night's night shift gave us a really good hold on this fire, and so we're optimistic to hold some of that ground we gained last night.